All right, we're getting started. Hi, my name is Demetri Lee Macklin, and welcome to my channel. So I wanted to make this video an inspiration of a lot that's been going on. Life is tough, and I don't think life has ever not been tough. But now that I'm older, now that I've gained clarity and perspective in a lot of things, I'm starting to realize just how tough it can be. But I've also realized just how good God is, and that we never have to endure or go without Him. So recently, I've seen a lot of death, especially in young people. And this has been death caused by health, illness, death caused by suicide, unfortunately, death caused by violent acts. And I think that is always sad when people die, as expected as it is, right? We all know that we're going to go one day, but we hope that we have a long, fulfilled life. And as guaranteed as death is always sad, but I think it's even more sad when we see someone that seems like they had so much more life to live. Like when they die so young, or they were just getting started, or they haven't even gotten started, and then their time is cut short. I think a lot of celebrities and a lot of public figures we get to see, rappers and entertainers and people that just, some would say, are gone too soon. And I think whether you are gone too soon or not is really up to God. Some believe you don't go until it's your time. I personally believe that sometimes you go because you weren't in alignment, and maybe you got caught up in the wrong place, or you wasn't sensitive to the Spirit and the guidance of God, and therefore you went to a place, or you done a thing that ultimately led to that too soon death. But what I really want to talk about is, like, when we see these people, and I won't name names, but I'm sure you can think of whoever. When we see these people that are gone too soon, and we consider what type of life they had. And I think it's really sad for people, for us to go living a unpurposed life, an unfulfilled life. And then I started to think about Jesus, and it had been estimated that Jesus was 33 years old at the time of his death. When I was 12, 33 seemed old. Now that I am 24, Lord's willing, 25 this year, I realized how young 33 is. Like, 33 is so young. I would hope to have so much more life ahead of me at 33 years old. But the thing is, Jesus came with a purpose. And Jesus didn't die with his purpose being unfulfilled. Like, literally, his death was his purpose. And I think if Jesus was walking this earth today, and Jesus had all this popularity, and he was the most known, most loved man, if Jesus had all the millions of followers that he does now, with him living, he would die, and we would be devastated, because we would probably look at Jesus and say, man, why'd you go so soon? Why'd you go so gruesomely? But because all of us didn't live at the time of Jesus, we didn't get to learn Jesus as the man. I mean, sure, the Bible acknowledges him being a human, but we see Jesus as a God and as a Savior. So we understand the purpose of his death, and we're appreciative for it, because his death ultimately meant that we got to live, that our spirit got to be saved, our souls got to be reunited with God, through his son that sacrificed themselves for the sake of us. So we get to appreciate his death. We get to be glad that he did what he did. He sacrificed. So my thing is, however old you are, whenever you go, we have purpose. And we don't have time to waste. And whether you go, whether I go young or old, we want to go leaving fulfilled. And it's not people's judgment to determine if we live the fulfilled life or not. It's God's purpose. It's God's determination to say, did we go? And when we did go, did we fulfill what he called us to do? So I'm super encouraged, because certain life events, is crazy how much death can inspire life. Like when you see the death of others, you get reminded how short life is. And even someone that lives to be 80 years old, 80 is so short compared to eternity, compared to the eternity that our souls will live on for once we're united with God. So don't be unfulfilled, and don't let your own thoughts of inadequacy or insecurity diminish or minimize your legacy and your purpose, because the smallest of things that God created was with intention. You know, the ant has purpose, the flies have purpose, even the things we detest has purpose, the roaches, everything. And it's a thing us humans, the thing that God made in his own image. So it is not to make ourselves our own gods or to consider ourselves a God, but we are in the image of God. And if God is a master and we're a piece of him, then we are a masterpiece with a purpose. So I hope that this encourages you to seek what that purpose is. And then once God has revealed it to you, that you're obedient to it, that you're faithful to it, that you serve it, because God is so selfless, and he wants us to be as selfless as him, is that sometimes he puts our purpose in the form of service to other people. Serving other people. And then it just so happens that when we're aligned in our service, we ourselves feel fulfilled. And then he adds all the blessings, because when you seek his kingdom and all his righteousness, then everything else will be added unto us. So I hope this encouraged you, because at 24 years old, you know, I hope to live a long life, a long, happy, peaceful life that I know will come with trials, will come with heaviness and darkness at times. But I hope that throughout all those periods in my life, I have my faith, and I have my attachment to God. So you got to seek your purpose, and you got to be faithful to it, because you were given it for a reason. And I hope that you believe that, and I hope that you know that. And I'm sure that when you're wondering or thinking what that thing is, you've probably already been revealed, or you probably already have an inkling. And even if you have no clue, get in a quiet place, shut everything out, and zero in and say, Lord, what is it? And I believe he is so faithful that he'll reveal it to you. If you have a willing ear to listen, a willing eye to see, and then a willing hand to do, willing feet to move. That's what I believe. And if I didn't believe it, I wouldn't be making this video to talk about it. I really believe it. And as I'm making this video to encourage you, I am encouraging myself, because I don't want to leave no purpose stone unturned. I don't want to leave anything undone out of fear, out of insecurity, because it will never be out of lack. Because if God has called you to it, he's giving you what you need to do it. You know, whether it be mental resources, physical resources, spiritual resources, whatever we need to accomplish what we've been called to do, we have it. And if you sense that you don't have it, maybe the thing isn't what you're meant to do, or maybe you're allowing yourself to be deceived by the enemy. Because of course, he wants to throw you off your purpose. Meanwhile, he's dedicated to it. He's always attempting to steal, kill, and destroy. Doesn't miss a day at it. And he also doesn't miss a day of recruiting people that'll help him do it. So you got to be faithful, and you got to seek. And it won't be easy. It won't always feel motivating. It won't always feel encouraging. But I think that being obedient comes with peace, and it comes with provision. That's what I believe. That's what I'm expecting. And also, when you are walking with God, and when you are attempting to be obedient in your purpose, in your faith, you have to have expectations. Expect for your prayers to be answered. Expect for guidance. Because if you say that you want something, or you have this desire, but you don't actually expect it to be given, you won't know how to receive it when it's being provided to you. You won't know how to recognize it. Because how can you profess out of your mouth with a heart that is truly faithless? It's counterproductive. It kind of works against each other. And while the enemy would love us to stay in that place because it keeps us stagnant and idle, we can't. We got stuff to do. And again, it's nobody's determination to determine whether your purpose is big or small. It is. And if you're made in his image and you're doing what he's called you to do, it will always be big for you. So that's all. That's it.